Hello and welcome to a new episode of The Clueless Critics. I am Nick.
I'm Arsh.
And today we are talking about the new Netflix movie, Devil All the Time.
Yeah. So
Starring Tom Holland.
is that the Spider-Man guy?
You are so uneducated. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, Arsh, what did you think about it?
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of religious movies to begin with, but I mean that's just me again.
Well, I'm not a fan. I don't care if you're like what religion you are, as long as you're a good person and stuff. Honestly, but I was never a huge fan of, which I don't think Devil All the Time is one of these, but I was never a huge fan of those movies like God's Not Dead or whatever, where it's like borderline propaganda almost, where you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like preaching like the Lord is the cure to everything and all that.
Yeah.
It has a nice message, but something about it just feels off to me about those ones. But Devil All the Time, like it's not one of those at all though. How would you describe this?
I don't know. I just think it was bashing, like Catholic culture.
I think it was kind of criticizing the how people take Christianity, but they use it to justify their own twisted ways. But like,
I don't know,
since they're doing it under the the scope.
I think they were still bashing, like Catholic priests and stuff. Like, what's happening out like right now, where like Catholic priests and stuff are literally just like having like sex and shit in the fucking church, and then they're doing it on the name of God and shit. It's just like that's not even morally right or anything. Like, how can you fall for that shit?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson's character kind of embodied all the criticisms with that. I would say, and there was a lot of really good actors, I think, in this movie. First of all, you got Tom Holland, which I'm really excited to see Tom Holland taking on a role like this, because ever since he became Spider-Man, he's been kind of being typecast as like the scrawny, quiet, nerdy kid.
I don't know, man. He looked pretty fucking buff and strong.
No, previous movies, like all the times he played Spider-Man, and then in the animated ones he did, Onward.
You're trying to compare a PG-13 movie to a fucking rated R, where he was literally, it was such a different like change of pace, like for Tom Holland. And I don't know. I think it was for the better. I liked how he casted it.
Yeah, because
it literally showed that you can take a more of like a mature like acting role, rather than Spider-Man, obviously.
Yeah, and like all the animated ones too. Like he was in Onward and Spies in Disguise. He was just like the nerdy, scrawny kid. But it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to see him taking on a. He was kind of a badass in this.
Yo, do you see the end where he fucking killed like 5 people? Wait, no.
What? No, what the?
He killed 4. He killed 4.
Yeah.
Because he killed the priest, the 2, his sister.
Well, that wasn't like the end. That was kind of like throughout the whole movie,
That was literally in the span of maybe like 10 minutes in the movie.
Not 10 minutes, but like
15 minutes.
No, the last third of the movie, I would like a little less than the last third of the movie, I would say. But anyway, the movie, honestly, like right when this movie started, I could tell this is gonna be some really fucked shit when they had the dude on the cross and then Bill Skarsgård's character was there.
Oh my god, he fucking shot his brains out and stuff.
Yeah,
shit was
and
fucking nuts.
And then like Bill Skarsgård's character who played Tom Holland's dad in the movie, which Tom Holland didn't really show up until like halfway through the movie. There was like different actors, like there was a baby and this younger kid playing younger versions of Tom Holland's character in this movie.
But speaking of that, I just want to do a quick note on that. I just like how they showed like past generations and how they like their culture and their traditions literally like go down on their kids. So like with the stepsister there, I forgot her name. Her name started with L, and her parents, the priest.
Lily, right? Was it Lily?
No, something else. The priest and the daughter. Literally, what happened to the fucking his mom, her mom. What happened to her mom literally happened to her. And so actually no, it was a little bit different, but still it was just a different like change in pace, and I just liked how they showed the different generations. I don't know if you have anything to add to that or any sorts.
Yeah, like not really much to add to that, I would say, but just I like there wasn't really like a good character in the movie, maybe except
no one was good in that fucking dude. Maybe the grandma. That's it.
Yeah, and maybe Tom Holland's sister, but she was kind of indulging.
She was brainwashed, man.
She was a victim of Robert Pattinson's character, I would say.
Is Robert Pattinson the fucking Twilight dude?
Yeah, and you see me the new Batman. And yeah, so basically he was kind of using religion and everything to kind of seduce, underage girls, younger girls, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And it was just, while you were watching the scene, it felt so like slimy and like dirty. She wasn't the only one to do it. He went on and did it to this other girl too, which
at the end.
And Tom Holland kind of caught him in the act, kind of put two and two together, because the girl ended up, Robert Pattinson basically ended up knocking up the Tom Holland's sister and basically denying, like, he doesn't pretend.
He was lying. He was straight lying.
Yeah, he was pretending not to know anything happened, and she was like about
victim, and that was so fucked.
Bro, that whole scene when she was in the shed, I thought she was preparing to do like maybe like a self-abortion or something.
Yeah,
but then you see the rope.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, that's like little extreme and stuff.
Yeah. Then you see the rope being hung, and there's a narration like kind of sprinkled throughout the movie telling you what the character's thinking, and the narrator goes like, it was something along the lines of, as she was about to do it, she realized it was a bad idea, but then she just slips and like it was like, that was such a gut punch moment. Yeah. And I hated the priest character after that, and I was so happy when Tom Holland's character just kind of went to the church, confronted him, and he was like building it up too.
Yeah, I know. He was like very subtle with it. Like, it was like this fucking whore mother and stuff. Yeah. And the fucking priest was like, taking advantage of her and stuff. Yeah,
like as Tom Holland was explaining the story, he was basically saying what Robert Pattinson was doing, taking it under younger girls and stuff. And Robert Pattinson started freaking out.
Yeah.
Tom Holland pulls out a gun and goes bang bang on his ass.
Dude, honestly, this movie was pretty good. Honestly, when I read the title and stuff, I thought it would be a horror movie, but this was such, a different change of pace for it. But I looked at the, the description, it said Omnius, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy.
And then there was this other set of characters. I forget their names, but basically it was husband and wife. They would go pick up hitchhikers who were like very...
Yeah. The sheriff's sister and her husband.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan played the sheriff in this movie, and his sister was...
the fucking whore, straight up. The stripper, the prostitute,
so,
whatever.
You did kind of build a little bit of sympathy for her throughout the thing, because she was trapped in this really weird toxic relationship with this guy, but at the same time she was complicit and everything. But basically they would go and pick up these super Christian hitchhikers, then try to force them to the man would basically try to force them to fuck his wife while he takes pictures, and they wouldn't not indulge in that, but then he just fucking straight up kill him.
Bro, I don't think they were super Christian targets.
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah, he was putting their faith to test.
Oh.
And then you find out at the end of the movie that the priest, Robert Pattinson's character, was kind of a part of that too, but he didn't care. He fucked the wife and managed to live.
Yeah, I know.
But everyone else stayed true to, their commitments and didn't go through with it and ended up suffering for it. But they did get their justice in the end, though, when Tom Holland managed. He was one of their hitchhiker pickups, and his character was super aware and everything in this movie. He saw the gun, knew what was about to happen, and right before those hitchhikers, or the hitchhiking pickup people, whatever you want to call them, I'm gonna call them husband and wife, before they could do anything, he just straight up shoots the husband, and then husband turns out gave the wife a gun full of blanks.
Yeah.
And she ends up, Tom Holland kills her, and so they got their justice served to them in the end. Or whatever you call it. I don't know. It's 12. I'm sorry.
But I like how the director was like, yeah, we need to make Tom Holland the superhero in this movie, because
I
mean, that's what they represented him like he took down all the bad people and fucking
he was basically I would say he's the most, he has the best moral compass in the movie, but that's not really saying much.
I mean,
but he was basically going out righting the wrongs,
right,
or getting revenge on all these people who were using Christianity and warped it into this evil thing that it wasn't meant to be.
I think it's more to blame on his past, I would say, because his dad and stuff literally killed his dog. to save his wife.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty messed up too. So
because she had cancer and stuff. Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to add to that. But yeah, that whole scene was fucked up. And then he committed suicide too. And that whole segment, that whole storyline is so fucked in my mind. Because it's like, why would you want to do that? How could you be like that? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, brainwashed, I guess. Yeah. To think that Christianity can literally solve all man's problems.
It shows what can happen if you take it too far, I guess.
Yeah.
But you have to be your own free-thinking person too.
Right. And that's what I like about Tom Holland's like character, Alvin. I think that's his name, Alvin. He literally figured it out on his own. Like his parents were pushing him too much towards like a Christian like lifestyle, because they were pushing him too much to like a Christian lifestyle, and that fucked him at the end. And then he literally turned into a devil. I mean, like a Satan too, with a Christian name title. I don't know if you have anything to add.
Yeah, then pretty much the final showdown movie was the sheriff, Sebastian Stan's character, finding when Tom Holland was super young, and like his dad died and all this happened. The sheriff like found him, kind of took him in, gave him some advice, and they had a little bit of connection. Then many years pass, and he puts 2 and 2 together, finds out he's the one who killed his slutty sister, and he's gonna go get revenge on him, which it was cool how those characters were kind of connected a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I know. Like,
for whatever reason, I'm sure there is a reason, but he's trying the sheriff. He's heavily denying and cleaning up evidence, burning all the photos of the sister.
He wanted to be mayor or whatever. Yeah. I don't know, like a politician or some shit. And I was like, dude, you can't
have that shady past.
Yeah, I know. Literally, you can't let that shit fly.
Yeah, and he was gonna, because Tom Holland knew about that. He was willing to kill him over all of that to, bury.
No, I don't think they were. Oh yeah, I mean, he wanted to show the sheriff that your freaking sister's fucked.
Yeah. Much. Then literally, as he was dying in his last seconds on Earth, he holds up the picture.
He put it in his pocket.
Yeah.
He showed him the picture.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully to clear his name. Then the ending monologue or the narration of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's telling you all the different possible things his character could go in the future, go into the army like his father did, or
sequel? Question mark?
I don't think there's gonna be a sequel. I think it's just kind of left up to the viewer, honestly.
But do you think when he killed the sheriff, right, and then the hippie saved him, do you think there was any symbolic reference in that at all?
What do you think?
Because I think when he hopped in that that hippie truck, I'm thinking peace, love, and positivity. You know what I'm saying? That's I think that's a
a new era.
Yeah, in his life, because he's moving to Cincinnati. There's somewhere brand new.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's it.
Cool. I don't know if any of this made sense, but thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
We are the Clueless Critics. Thank you for listening. And anything else?
Like and subscribe, but we only get one view, so it's all good.
Barely. All right, bye.